Hey everybody, it's Artifact Cup 30 and I'm predicting a pretty awesome matchup here. This is going to be a good CVG fight on Canyon Outpost 1v1 in the Artifact Cup 30 round robin tournament. This is round 4, so every map is on Canyon Outpost, and this is the last of the Canyon Outpost games. So I think this is going to be a really cool matchup to highlight it. This is Megarith in the Coalition carrier.
In target range. Be advised, carrier repair systems online. Salvager online.
And his opponent is, on the other side of the map, if I can find him, Coercer in the Galcian.
Salvager online. Rally point set. Move to location.
I want to take a look at the resourcing real quick. Megarith is using his one production line as the Coalition on building as many salvagers as he can. Coercer, meanwhile, is moving out with his production cruiser. He's going to use that to shoot down that UAV from Megarith. And he's not producing salvagers from it. And he's also not producing salvagers from his
Salvager online.
Carrier. Now,
Proceed
this
rally point.
strikes
Secure
me
location
immediately as an error. And I'm not really sure what he's doing. He did go early for sand skimmer fabrication and now for assault ship fabrication.
Salvager
So he's
online.
really prioritized that technology. But I'm worried about his salvaging because he's only got 4 salvagers, and this is a map where you can have 12 salvagers
Salvager
all right by your
online.
carrier. And you can
Research
move out with the
completed.
production cruiser and still
Rally
have
point set. Move to
the first
location.
couple salvagers be built out of the production cruiser so that you can take advantage of all those production lines that you have
Light
as the
attack
Galcian
vehicle
early on.
online. Research completed.
But I am really
Proceed to
concerned that
rally
the
point.
economy of
Secure
Megarith
location
is going to
marked.
be just so much stronger than the economy of Coercer.
Light attack vehicle in
And so even though Coercer will get a bit of a surprise attack in here with assault ships,
Weapon range systems currently active. Rally point set.
I'm
Move to
worried that
location.
he's going to be scouted, for one. And
Light attack vehicle online.
the economy of Megarith means that Megarith may have the counter technology or may even just have enough LAVs to destroy
Proceed
the
rally
assault
point.
ships outright.
Secure location marked.
So we're going to see how this plays out. Megarith is waiting with the base runner there. It looks like
Salvager
Coercer
online.
retired his base runner for some additional CUs, but didn't use them to build more salvagers.
We advise on an
Oh,
artifact.
Coercer.
Stand by.
I hope it works out for you, man. But I'm already sort of
Salvager online.
regarding
Be
Coercer as on the back
advised.
foot
Team en
here.
route to recover the artifact.
Because even though an awesome counter is coming out here in the form of assault ships, there's
Light
only
attack
one
vehicle
production
in
cruiser here.
service.
Hostile armor incoming.
There is technology coming out for Megarith.
Light
It's
attack
assault ships, not
vehicle is
railguns,
under
so that's
fire.
good for Coercer. But this one assault ship isn't going to really be able to clean up these LAVs super quick.
Light attack
And
vehicle
Megarith can just
online.
stream out LAVs fast enough to kill
Alert, light
this
attack
production
vehicle
cruiser.
destroyed. Base runner is en route.
Coercer needs to acquire a critical mass of these assault ships fast enough to be able to get in there and destroy Megarith's resources. That's what he's gambling on. And meanwhile, there's just
Carrier repair systems are
need
unavailable.
more salvagers.
Weapon systems online.
So, okay. Coercer's production cruiser is now safe. He's going to have a third assault ship here. Needs to get in and do damage
for carrier.
fast. Megarith is going for power reserve, which is the right choice, I believe, against... He's actually going for both of the right choices. He's got railgun, fab, and power reserve to be able to counter these assault ships. And I expect that Megarith will be able to destroy the assault ships
Sensors post. Taking
faster than Coercer can build them with one production cruiser. And Coercer needs to get these in and fighting these clumped up salvagers. Clustered units are the favorite target of assault ships.
Rally point set. Move to location.
Now you don't need to cluster these assault ships in order to fight them. He's going to go for logistics modules. Now that's
Research completed.
interesting. It does force Megarith to place more of them, but Megarith can do that. He can afford it. And look at that. Look at how much damage is being done to those salvagers. So many salvagers going down simultaneously. Huge amounts of damage. And now right on top of Megarith's carrier,
Alert. Salvager destroyed.
Coercer
Got a
can,
railgun under fire.
if he would just position them correctly, can destroy this railgun. But I think really now the window of opportunity for Coercer to do lots of damage is
Railgun online.
closing. And that railgun will probably survive. So now this unit has no business being there. And Coercer sort of realizes it.
Bearing designated.
maybe. He ought to get back. He ought to be retreating with these units, maybe figuring out how to flank around with assault ships there, and come up with a different strategy here. And he's coming up with interceptors as a strategy, but he's still not maxing out this. Coercer, you're killing me.
Salvager online.
And not killing Megarith. This should have been maxed out many minutes ago.
Alert, LAV down.
Oh, and now there's a turret. And, just a... nice job, Megarith. That's very nice.
Get us underway.
Salvager online. Salvager online.
That assault ship was thinking about firing in turret, but it's not going to. It's just going to take a lot of
Salvager
damage.
online.
Probably won't die. But now more assault ships coming out from
Salvager
Coercer, which just
online.
makes no
Artifact
sense. You
recovered.
know that
Authentication
Megarith has
confirmed.
railguns. I also want to point out Coercer is not
online.
really positioning his carrier very well. He's like starting to move it out, and he's just remote mining off of this point.
online.
I think Coercer maybe
Missile
hasn't
battery
played on
fabrication
Canyon
systems
Outpost
now
all that much. I know
online.
that this is
Right there.
much...
Secure us.
This is one of
Salvager
Megarith's favorite
online.
maps. I think his favorite #1 map. And so he knows how to resource on this map.
Salvager
Coercer,
online. We have
it seems like
insufficient
clearly does
CPUs.
not.
Rally point
And
set. Move to location.
Retrieve items. Move quickly.
his rush failed as a result. He didn't have the production and he didn't have the resources. Granted, he was producing assault ships as fast as he could, but he didn't have another production cruiser out. And I think he went too early on the tech.
Missile battery operational. Missile battery online.
And so now,
Proceed to rally
Megarith
point.
has
Secure
lots of
location
missile
marked.
batteries.
Hostile craft in AO. Maneuver for visual
Before
confirmation.
Coercer
Tracking
even has a
armored
few
craft on approach.
interceptors.
Coordinates confirmed. Hostile on sensors. Authentication pending.
Rally point set. Move to location.
Hostile light attack vehicle detected.
So Coercer can still use his interceptors
Artifact position
to hit
authenticated.
targets like this, say, if the missile batteries don't get too close. But, in general... Oh, come on, don't place a turret
Deploying
here,
field
Megarith.
laser
Really?
gun operational.
Alert. Support taking hostile fire.
The turret would have been a waste there, I think.
Green line confirmed. Combat alert. Support
Is
craft
Coercer
lost.
going to
Enemy
lose the
airstrike
fighters?
inbound.
He's going to take out one interceptor. Excuse me, one
Alert.
sand
Light
skimmer.
attack vehicle destroyed. Light attack vehicle is under fire.
He's going to use a bunch of missiles and he's going to kill one
Railgun
sand skimmer.
enhancements online.
Placement.
Coercer, you're killing me, man. At least take out the turret. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we're going to take out that turret. Some
Railgun
revenge there.
online.
That's not really
Railgun responding.
the
Alert. A
the
turret
kind of
boat just
attack
went
I would
down.
expect from the
Be advised,
first
carrier repair systems
interceptor
online.
attack of a
Armor
game.
systems active.
Usually you want to
Armored
use that
assault
element of
modifications
surprise.
Carried out.
Take out some railguns, but you know, there's missile batteries
Armored
out, so
vehicles
Coercer's playing it
taking
safe.
fire.
Proceed to rally point. Secure location marked.
Move order confirmed.
I think we're out of missiles now, right? We must be. And look at this, these assault ships aren't doing anything.
Proceed to target site.
If these assault ships got in like here, they would at least have like
Missile
3
battery
seconds during which they could
operational.
fire before these railguns actually all
Enemy
got
light
in there.
attack vehicle marked on
So
approach.
getting in there would be
Hostile
valuable.
detected.
But assault ships
Confirmed.
cannot win you this game. You need something other than
Armored
assault
vehicle
ships, and you need
lost.
something other than
Enemy
air,
armor on approach.
because
Confirmed.
missile ships are out on the field.
Reading.
You need sand
Move
skimmers.
confirmed. Operating.
You need sand skimmers and you need to dodge the missile
Green line
batteries,
confirmed.
because there are railguns out here.
Overranged.
Oh no, don't get in the...
Now
No!
operational.
Okay, good. Run away. You're going to lose an interceptor. All right. Lesson learned, maybe. Oh, man. This opportunity is closing.
Acknowledged.
There are railguns here now, meaning that assault ships coming in
field
here
logistics
will just be
module.
destroyed before they can
Railgun
do any damage.
operational.
I don't think assault ships are
Rally
right to
point
use
set.
here.
Move to
Assault ships are like
location.
defensive
Displacing
units at this point in the game.
Proceed to rally point. Secure location marked.
Yeah, you know what? Take out that sand
Strike
skimmer. That is
responding.
actually the best thing that you can do right now.
Armored assault
Excuse me, that
operational.
LAV.
Hostile production cruiser verified. Take it out.
Okay, we finally have another production cruiser for
Move.
Coercer, but for some reason he got refinery mode tech, which I think is
Railgun online.
silly. You know,
Carrier repair systems
refinery mode
are
is reasonable if
unavailable.
you take this production cruiser and you start mining this resource point here. That would actually be a really cool move because you would be not really protected by any of the dunes,
Armored assault
but you'd be able to
online.
produce
Rally point
units. You'd be
set.
protected kind of
Move
by
to
this
location.
block here, and you'd be able to produce units sort of behind Megarith's lines. Coercer's just
Salvager
now getting
online.
railguns.
Alert. Hostile strike fighter in circulation.
Coercer, I think you just have no idea what you're doing in this game, dude. I don't mean to say that you're like,
Trackers assigned.
you know, that your plan is awful. I mean that you don't have a plan. I don't think that you're
Alert.
going
LAV
for
down.
a goal in particular. You're building base runners now and getting some power reserve, but like Megarith is beating you to all of these
Hostile forces
objectives.
are attempting to extract an artifact.
Megarith is way ahead of you on railguns. Megarith is way ahead of you with the anti-air,
Copy.
and
Displacing now.
way ahead of you with the economy.
Clear for
You've got this roving band of assault ships that aren't going to accomplish anything. I would just
Charge
sit those at
layout set.
home,
Get
use
started.
those as insurance, and then go balls to the
Target
wall and everything else.
identified. Advance and evaluate. Go for carrier.
Megarith, meanwhile, you're moving out
Missile
your
battery
carrier a little
online.
soon there, I think.
Support cruiser now operational. Hostile
Carrier
forces
copy.
are attempting to extract an artifact. Out.
New heading set.
Grabbing a
Research
couple
completed.
artifacts is really good for Coercer,
Green line
but I think
confirmed.
grabbing a third would have been great. You have the base runner for it.
Move order confirmed.
Railgun
It would at least
operational.
be a way to bait some of Megarith's forces. And if you had some railguns to follow up with...
Get us moving.
yeah, if Coercer had railguns to follow up
New
with,
heading
then baiting away some of these forces would have been a great way to engage here. Sort of
This is the case.
Railgun
make
online.
Megarith take some losses,
Unidentified
given that he has a
hostile
whole lot of forces still back home.
authenticate.
But even keeping those forces back home, I
Hostile light
think
attack vehicle visually
he'll
authenticated.
definitely
Got
outmatch
hostile on sensor.
Coercer here. He's got
Visual.
4
Armor
bars
vehicle
in
taking
range,
effective fire.
which is going to be really effective. His carrier alone can win this battle.
Stop! Stop! Armored vehicle has been destroyed. A railgun is taking effective fire.
There's a heavy railgun here, but just one against
Greetings, strike craft.
5
Destroyed.
of
Be advised.
Megarith's heavy
Carrier repair
railguns.
systems
Well,
online.
coalition railguns anyway, which are basically heavy railguns.
Assuming enemy armor disabled. Take up guard on that vehicle. Full power. New heading set.
Hostile forces have recovered an artifact.
Okay, so where do we stand
Move
now?
confirmed. Alert,
Coercer
railgun
doesn't have a
wrong.
military.
Get
Coercer
moving.
has 2
Hostile
artifacts
forces have recovered an
captured,
artifact.
and he's getting Power Reserve
Attention.
4,
Missile battery operational.
and he's got a couple heavy railguns. Now,
Crew ready.
if Coercer brings this production
Railgun
cruiser back and sits it there and then
operational.
brings the carrier out, that would be a pretty good move.
Go for
Especially if
carrier.
he could use his
Railgun
carrier to come
online.
in and destroy these missile batteries. Then he can start using all the aircraft that he's built,
Attention.
and then the carrier battle can really commence as usual. Meanwhile, railguns can be produced by the production cruisers, whereas Megarith would be stuck producing units right out of his carrier. If Coercer can get right on top of Megarith's carrier, then as units stream out, Coercer can blow them up. That's a huge strength of the Gaussian. And it's also sort of a weakness sometimes in the sense that, you know, the combined production and carrier of the carrier can be very powerful as well. But right here, here's the carrier. Come on, move it out, move it out. Let's see it.
Carrier is taking fire. Push through. Move through this hot zone.
Oh, the missile ships are kind of moving back.
All section officers to
Armored
remain
assault
station.
operational.
Armored vehicle is taking fire. Underway. New heading set. We got a railgun under fire.
Coercer's going very heavy into weapons power.
Enemy salvage.
There's Megarith, okay, now doing the same thing.
Offline. Armor systems active.
Ahead full. New sector designated. Move out.
I think Coercer's doing the right thing targeting the railguns.
Alert. Railgun.
Next
down.
should really be the missile ships, I
Target
think.
locked. Armored vehicle locked. Fire.
Yep.
Display.
There are railguns coming out.
Stand by.
Coercer still.
Stand by for launch.
Just want to check float real quick.
Target set. Missile alert.
Oh,
Missile
goodness,
battery
both players
deployed.
have huge floats, and here's a missile
Hold fast.
Ah!
Reposition.
Okay, nicely done, Megarith, but now Coercer's aircraft are free, and there are a lot of them, and they can be doing damage to Megarith's carrier. At the same time, Coercer has railguns. You can see all the damage being done here. Megarith's got all of his power and weapons. Meanwhile, Coercer's got a huge amount of power in regeneration. So there's a chance here for Megarith... Oh. I should say there's a chance here for Coercer to take out Megarith's carrier. Instead, Megarith's going to pop out missile ships. Real good idea. Takes care of most of the damage being put out by Coercer, but if Coercer can just stay on top of this carrier, he'll be able to destroy it. Now the question is, will these railguns from Megarith do enough damage? Because Megarith did have this whole reserve of railguns back here. At this point, I want to say this goes to Coercer, but you know, there's railguns still coming out, and there's still huge amounts of float from Coercer. Oh my god. This is just... Coercer is taking out those railguns as they pop out, which is really, really good, but at the same time, Megarith has armored up. Coercer needs to get these railguns into the fray.
Carrier hull at 25% integrity. Captain, repeat. Command carrier needs
And he needs to be able to take out the railguns of Megarith before they can do anything. This is actually looking very good for Coercer now. I'm shocked. These railguns now from... Oh my gosh, look at how many railguns Megarith has at home.
Currently active. Be advised. Carrier repair systems online.
Be advised. Tracking hostile.
I think this carrier just goes down now, unless... Does Megarith have a missile? He almost has this cruise missile up. And that could change the game. I think it's about to launch. It's just coming out. Is it gonna hit the carrier in time? It's gonna hit the railguns. Oh. You know, I like that though. I like that much better. And the question is, can these aircraft do any damage to this carrier? This just evens the game a lot for Megarith, but can these railguns do something to this carrier?
We got a railgun under fire. Ahead full.
Coercer doesn't have much power in speed, so Megarith is sort of outmaneuvering him, but it looks like his Megarith's carrier is about to go down.
Green line confirmed.
It's very close.
Battery online.
Red alert. Command carrier taking fire.
Megarith is regenerating most of the damage being dealt by Coercer here. Just barely staying alive.
Weapon systems offline.
And it looks like he might just have enough critical mass there with his armor to be able to take out...
Through this hot zone.
Oh, there we go. All right. Coercer gets the right hits, and Megarith's carrier goes down. I just want to point out, though, there were tons of railguns back here. There were so many railguns back there. The nuke at the end, taking out Coercer's railguns, I think actually was the better nuke than attacking Coercer's carrier. It's really hard to say, hard to gauge whether or not that nuke would have just taken out the carrier. But very nicely played by both. I am very impressed that Coercer was able to take that game, especially after just a pretty weak open. But I think Coercer did something that maybe he was planning on, which is to take advantage of a typical Megarith play. Megarith is very prone to making those kinds of plays where he maybe forgets about a large number of his units. And I just also want to point out how many resources both players had. Coercer had almost 4,000 CUs saved up. Just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous float from both players. But well played, very engaging, and congratulations to Coercer. So now the score, I believe, is going to be 4 to Coercer and 3 to Megarith. But I'll double check that before these players play next, just to have a final score there. And this concludes round 4 of Artifact Cup 30. There are 9 rounds, so we're not even halfway through. And this is going to be a long cup. It's been like a few weeks. It's been at least a month, actually, since this cup occurred. And we're only less than halfway through the casting. So casting a round robin is going to be a lot of effort. I'm going to try and catch up a little bit. But in any case, stay tuned for more. And thank you for watching.